I
too.
told you it's not being recorded. You guys don't ever listen.
Are we live now?
Are we live or we're good?
We're good. Welcome to the Magic Through Wrestling podcast. I think this is episode 11, if I'm not mistaken. 11? Episode 11. We have a great episode. I hope you joined us on Facebook Live and saw some crazy stuff. If you're listening to us Friday night, I'm going to say it right away. I want you to meet us tomorrow night, Saturday the 18th at the UCF Pegasus Ballroom at the Carrie and Demott Foundation Dinner Banquet. We will all be there. We'd love to meet each and every one of you and say hi. But let's kind of get into the episode. Go ahead, Bill. What if?
It wasn't episode 11. What if it was episode 1A?
Like we're
1
restarting?
through 10, 1A. And then we go through episodes 1 through however many 10 is.
Right.
And then we go 2A.
So like seasons.
How does that wind up on the chart then when you look at it? Does it go 1A, and then 2, and then we screw people up totally? And then the news they're getting front news, and they're going backwards. They never know what we're talking about.
That's actually
just a thought.
That is
That's evil.
Can we put him back in the dungeon?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We are here. Great episode. So let's kick it off.
So is that a no?
No,
we're not doing that.
We're going to veto that. We're going to veto that real quick.
But
I wasn't feeling good this week, right? We got a lot going on. So
right.
Lacey says to me, she goes, "You need to see the doctor." She says, "I need you to go right because this is the conversation we have here."
because
So
we
she
keep
goes,
it real
and
in Magic Through Wrestling.
We do keep, like,
we
this
do.
is exactly
Yeah,
how I
this
talk
is
to
what
everyone.
happens.
This isn't made up. It's not scripted. So I go to the doctor. I said, "Doc, I don't know what it is." And he goes, "I know what it is." And I said, "Well, I'm a TP. I'm a wigwam. I'm a wigwam. I'm a TP. I'm a TP. I'm a wigwam. I'm a wigwam. I'm a TP." And the doctor's sitting there looking at me. I take a deep breath. So I take a deep breath. And I said, "I'm a wigwam. I'm a TP. I'm a TP. I'm a wigwam." He calls Lacey into the office, and she goes, "What's the problem?" She goes, "I just think he's too tense." Hashtag 2 tense. A TP and a wigwam, baby. Woo! I'm done. Carry on, boys.
You hit that hard out of the gate. I was ready to be sympathetic for you because I know you got a crazy
I got your
week.
sympathy. It's in the wigwam. Audio Vaun. This is why I am the president.
Audio Vaun, I think the episode is over.
Hashtag 2 tense, baby. What's the matter? People got nothing? That's right. Mock the big man on Facebook Live.
You shut everybody up this week already.
That's how I roll. Welcome to another episode of Hashtag My Billy.
Well, we're glad that you're joining us, and you get to see this. And this is cool because you get to actually see this. We're no longer just you're not hearing us; you're actually looking at us.
I feel like I've contributed enough right now.
Yeah, you're good.
Audio Vaun.
Hashtag.
That's your favorite one.
Yeah, that's
Hashtag 2 tense.
2 tenths. This is. Yeah, he did. So we're here. So Bill, crazy week. What is going on with you this week besides going to the doctor?
Just forget it, man. At the end of this, if we do all survive, we'll probably all be sitting in the doctor's office.
Right.
Just a crazy week, getting ready for the the banquet as we go, and anytime you're putting 400 people in a room, and putting all eyes on what you've been doing or what you've been trying to accomplish, it's always
Yeah, because this is what you ramp up for all year for the past 4 years.
This is it. It's kind of
It's like your Super Bowl for your
in our
events.
house.
It's like the WrestleMania.
Yeah, the
If you
WrestleMania
grew up in the early, well, you guys didn't, so it doesn't matter.
Well,
I grew up watching, and I say this analogy very sincerely. I grew up watching Jerry Lewis, the telethon, the Labor Day telethon.
Yeah, absolutely.
So when we were watching, it was for muscular dystrophy, and every year you knew that was the biggest fundraiser of the year. And you pulled out all the stops, and you wanted to drop the knowledge. You wanted to bring people in and recognize people for what they do. So I say this is our event. This is our telethon. We start the year. We don't end the year with an event. We start the year with an event, and,
That's awesome.
and we build. So this is it. This is dropping on Friday.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we'll be at the dinner on Saturday. And the funny part is, on Fridays, probably when we start planning next year's
Yeah,
As you well know.
because we only have 51 weeks next year instead of 52. Because next year dinner's
Great,
a
that's
week,
what I needed.
right?
More pressure.
Yeah, a week ahead of time. And if you haven't come to the dinner, come enjoy. We're going to be there.
That's right.
You can meet each one of us. We'd love to say hi, talk about some stuff, talk about your favorite episode, maybe some things you want to hear in a future episode. So come out to the dinner. Please support the Carrie and Demott Foundation. It's so near and dear to all of our hearts. And, we're going to have a great time. Bill's taking care of the dinner. Maura, what's going on with you this week?
Well, the week was crazy. Kind of, last week we decided, hey, going into January, going into the new year, we're going to go live with Magic Through Wrestling every week.
Recording it live.
Yeah. Or, every week we're gonna do an episode.
We're not live anymore.
Yeah, we're not live.
Just
Is this going on YouTube too?
Yes, it is. This is going to be on YouTube.
Out of my peripheral.
Right, you saw that, right? Okay. Yep.
From our producer.
Our director producer was like, yep.
From our boss.
But it was so funny. Bill, you're going to get a chuckle out of this because all week, Jimmy and I are freaking out about the episode because we're like, we don't know if Bill's going to be there. And we got to think he's probably not going to be there because, like he said, this is WrestleMania, his telethon. This is the big thing. He's amped up. And so he had so much to do for this. We weren't even expecting you. Like I thought.
So you didn't plan anything?
No, I planned. He freaked out.
And look how smooth.
Yeah,
I'm like,
we were going to bring one of our guests in, and I said, no, let's wait.
We had like 4 or 5 people we were trying to contact.
They're just trying to get the seat empty to bring other people in, Audio Vaun. I want you to know that if I'm not here, you represent me. Not some hootenanny they put in this seat.
We were going to bring
Not some special guest who has something to offer.
We were going to bring Which was going to be there.
He has nothing over me. You got to put a telephone book in a chair to have him sit up and look me in the eye.
Booster seat.
I love Which.
Right,
Listen,
and we're going to have
Vaun, you now represent Bill Demott when he's not ever here. Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
He gave you. He
told me no.
He gave you this.
Yeah. So it's been a crazy week, right? Been a crazy week with all of us.
Can I ask why there's no
filter?
Why is there nothing
diffuser?
Behind there? Yeah, it's just
Bill is looking at the
sonar?
light.
No,
it's
the light.
The poles.
Usually there's something behind it to accentuate the
like a
accentuation.
diffuser. But the problem is that this little dim
bounces,
light we have
it bounces.
We needed all the light open we could get. In fact, I should have set up another light over there. A fill light and a key light.
See, he thinks I don't know what I'm talking about.
No idea. No, zero idea what they're talking about.
I knew what I was talking
I'm going to sit there.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Looking out for you, dude, because you're shooting this and we're going to be on the
So now I have so much more post to do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
now you have so much post to do, you don't have to worry about 14 emails about what you're going to talk about.
Welcome to the Bill and Maury Show, ladies and gentlemen. See? I know.
I'm your announcer, Jimmy.
Jimmy, how was your week, my friend?
So it's been a interesting week. So gearing up for the dinner banquet, right? Trying to get some final stuff prepared there. Got my portion of the speech ready. Kind of psyching myself up about that.
Those are no joke, right?
Was they? Oh yeah, no. There's
no. I mean, but people go, oh no, I got it.
No. Well, okay. So this is something we could talk about, right? So let's talk about preparing to get on stage first. Okay. So when I go talk at a dinner banquet, usually I just wing it. Okay, I'm kind of like Bill, where he's got that script and he never looks at it, and he just goes out and shoots from the hip. I kind of do the same thing. I have a script. I have an idea what I'm going to say, bullet points I need to get over, and I just shoot from the hip. But a couple of weeks ago, you happened to see me prepare for a show. And
did we show that yet?
No, we have not shown that yet. We'll put that in. So I very rarely do I get nervous before a big performance. Well, a couple of weeks ago, we had the opportunity to perform with my buddies Oscar Daniels, Vinny Montez.
Big shout out to those guys, for sure.
To them. OD and Vinny, we're so glad they came and part of the foundation now. And I got a chance to open for OD and Vinny. And I was nervous. And Bill, you want to...
It was great. I never saw anything like it. It was like... She's 2 centimeters.
Were you losing
This is like 45 minutes. She's only 2.5 centimeters. We've been here for 15 days. She's not going to let the baby ever. So, Jimmy's freaking out.
I'm freaking out.
I'm more relaxed than anything now because I think it's the greatest thing I've ever seen. So much so that Casey's mad at me because Casey keeps saying, why are you needling him, Dad? Clearly, he's nervous. I'm like, I've been waiting a lifetime for this. So while he's freaking out, I keep going, and he's going, I'll be right back. He's drinking water. Now he's picking up waters that aren't even his. If there's a water bottle in the room, he was picking it up and drinking it. And he'd walk away. Somebody's trying to talk to me. He goes, "Oh yeah, let me get right back to you." And so I was like, "Oh my gosh, I bet that's what I look like when someone's trying to talk to me during the day."
Yeah.
So he wigged out for like 45 minutes straight.
That's amazing.
And then he did it.
Yeah, even with the mess up on stage.
No. You didn't hear what I did.
And then he did it.
Oh, I thought you meant then he crushed his performance.
Nope.
No.
This table's going to go flying
By
out
the way,
before the show's
he
over.
crushed the performance.
But what did he do?
He went outside.
Oh, man.
With a bottle of water. Drank the bottle of water.
I don't...
Bent over. Screamed, threw his arms up in the air, and spit the water in the air.
No way.
Yes, I did.
And the water come all over him. He goes, "Okay, let's go." And I said to him, "You gotta be shitting me. You gotta." He goes,
"That's amazing.
That's how I do every show." And I went from a total place of bliss and relaxation to now being mad.
So you ruined his
He
night.
Triple H'd me and came in and did it. And by the way, the performance was great. You know, the part, it just added to everything else. But he goes, "Yeah, I just have this thing I do, and once I do it, I'll be all right." And I was just trying so hard not to get him there, not knowing what it is.
Yeah.
Maybe he does 10 rosaries or something before he goes out there. No. He swallows the water, spits it in the air. Time to play the game, and then he walks in and goes,
Yep.
"I'm Jimmy Rook, Shazam!" And I'm like,
That's amazing.
That's what I do.
crap.
So there's two things.
Transformation was ridiculous.
Oh yeah, there's two things that I do before because I get very nervous. I don't like being in front of a camera. Shocking for those that know me. I don't like
It
being
really
in front
is
of a camera.
because you play it off really well.
I do, but Jimmy, the character that I play, it's a character. It's acting, right? So Frank gets stage fright. Jimmy doesn't. So when I get nervous and I'm there before.
Are you talking about yourself like in the third person now or something?
Yes.
Well,
yes,
it's like a double third
it
person.
Is.
He's got two names.
I do have two names. So I go outside. I do the Triple H water thing. It gets me psyched up, gets me pumped up. And then the other thing I do is I say something before I walk on stage. I'm gonna put you to test, see if you know where this is from. Okay. I know we've talked about it. You know where it's from. So don't say anything.
I was in such a good mood.
Okay. I say, I will give you a show like you have never, ever seen before. Why? Because I can. You know where it's from?
I don't. It sounds familiar, but
Shawn Michaels' WrestleMania press conference talking about his match. Yep.
See, my brain didn't go to wrestling, even though it should have.
Yes, that's.
But you threw Spaceballs at me on Facebook Live, so I'm thinking
he's
it's something
confusing.
Very.
Is confusion.
It's confusion.
Hashtag is confusion.
No. 2 tenths.
So that was my ritual. That's my ritual before every show.
Which kills everything he does now, because now I think it's like, here I am reading my notes, trying to talk to myself, and he's.
Now at the Karen Demott Foundation, you're gonna spit the water.
I'm gonna go before I speak in front of 400 plus people. I'm gonna go, and Lacey's gonna go, "I thought we talked about this."
Yeah. It works.
It does no.
Works for
nothing
me.
for me. It's the complete opposite. 16,000, 20,000 plus every night for all those years, and you don't see them, and you get up and try to express to 400 people in what I feel like by the end of the night is a pretty closed-in room, which is a huge ballroom.
Huge.
It's a beautiful room. But
you'll see it Saturday. You're there.
By the end of the night, I feel like everybody's sitting right on either side of me, so I don't have to speak. I'm like, and I go. So my experience every time, no matter where we are talking, I have no idea what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Zero.
The running kind of joke, which is not a joke, it's the truth. I black out when I talk, and I have a 10-page speech ready for Saturday night, and I probably won't read one word of it,
right?
Because I black out, and they go, "Well, what do you think?" I don't know what did we talk about?
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's funny because we're complete. You would think complete opposites, right? We both perform in front of people.
Yeah.
And you think there's that comfort zone, but there really isn't.
Nope.
There's never and I hope there never is.
Yeah.
I think I can't speak for you with Magic, but I think Magic has prepared you when you do these things.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And the same thing with wrestling. It's prepared me to be in front of people and deliver whatever message it is,
Yeah.
Even acting roles and stuff like that, it prepared you to.
So, going through the magic through wrestling, right? Wrestling, although never been trained as a wrestler, never studied the business side of it or the performance side of it, just as a fan, wrestling prepared me for being a magician. A lot of the mannerisms I do and things I do come from people that,
I see that,
right? People that are talkers on the mic and people that put over great promos. Randy Orton, The Rock, John Cena. More recent guy, Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart. Some of these guys that have gone out there and have entertained thousands of people. I've studied some of their mannerisms, and you'll see little comparisons.
So you get to use that information, whereas you don't get to use that information.
Well, I did grow up in theater, and even as far as, I've been in Florida for 3 years now, so right before I came, there's this huge theater production in Pittsburgh, and they asked me to step into one of the roles, and I said, great, how much prep time do I have? No, you got a couple weeks. And I said, are you serious? Like, this is this is big. You can't, it's not going to work.
Tell me who you were playing.
For the role?
Yeah.
So I was playing Jesus in the role. So for weeks, I stopped eating.
You want to take that one?
Yeah, well, I had long
I'm
hair.
gonna go finish.
I had long hair. I knew the people at the theater company. I grew up there. I mean, since I was in, first grade or whatever. So they called me because you're reliable, can you step in? And I was gonna try to play the role, or not that role specifically, but I was gonna try to do the play anyway. And so I completely stopped eating for weeks, pretty much, because I tried to just shred as much weight as I could. But I was so nervous. I didn't remember. There weren't a whole lot of lines, but I couldn't remember. I had a really hard time.
Not a whole lot of lines. I got a book this thick at home that says different. He doesn't call the Bible.
He doesn't speak that much.
It's in red.
That's why. Well, yeah, but then there's the whole. Anyways, there's the relational aspects in a play that you can't just speak scripture, right? So I have this whole play that I'm trying to study over. I think I had only 6 weeks or so to do it. And it's just every day I'm looking at it and it's just blank, blank, blank. And I remember whenever I got there, I just said for the first night, every night I did this, but I just went in my own room and I closed it. And I'm looking over lines, and I was the most unapproachable jackass in the world.
Probably because he wasn't eating. He was hangry.
I was. So
Well, so what do you say? Jesus doesn't eat?
I'm saying I was chubby and I was trying to lose weight to look more of the role. So what I did was I cut a hamburger patty in 4s and ate 1/4 of that a day. And I drank water and I chewed gum, and I rarely ate anything else for about 6 weeks.
I have no idea how we got to this, because I feel like now we're bashing a fat Jesus. What just
Jesus
happened?
Could be fat. I mean, we don't know.
I mean, yeah.
He
probably had short
he
hair.
could be baby Jesus.
PHAT.
Yeah.
So okay, let's try to get back to something that I understand what happened here, because I feel like we made a left turn at Albuquerque here.
We make a left turn on every episode.
Yeah,
Duck season, wabbit season. Shoot.
Hashtag.
Shoot him now.
Too dense.
The point. Wow.
I'm a TP.
You guys really did it to me.
Preparation for roles.
My point is, when a director or producer tries to be innovative or tries to bring out the persona like we have the opportunity in front of the camera, people 99% of the time look at you like, look at this guy trying to tell me how to do my job.
Right.
You have a passion for wrestling. You have a passion. You speak well. You do all these things. You have energy. So I'd imagine a guy like me who's doing the role, and you trying to explain it as the director and give me all this body language and all this up, and I'm going,
well, we got a good example of that last year at the Carrie and Demott Foundation. Was the first time I ever filmed anything with you, and I was so excited. And I was like, oh, I'm going to make this so badass.
Right. Yeah, it was
and
badass.
then all of a sudden, you walk away from the microphone that I'm filming. I'm like, what's he doing?
Didn't get a word I said.
He's
nothing.
moving away.
Zero.
And it was like the really good stuff where you're getting real with the audience and you're getting in their face in a good way, not like calling them out.
No, but that's right. It's so you never think about. So when it works in our favor, it totally works against what you're doing.
100%. It
And
goes the opposite way.
There's no way to ever cover all the bases. That's why this year, I'll have the wireless headset and stuff. But it was so funny when we watched it back, because you did a phenomenal job.
Oh,
and
thank you.
all of a sudden, here I am, and I start to get into the Ray Lewis part of it, man. Like, here we are meeting potatoes, and I walk away from the podium and you're, and I said that. And I'm going, I just screwed him over, didn't I?
You did.
And I said to Lacey, I'm like, I don't ever go back to the podium, do I? She goes, not till the end.
And I'm hearing you because at this point I'm like, well,
in the room you can hear me.
Right. And now at this point I'm like, well, the camera's not catching it, so I'm gonna like listen to what he's saying, right? And it was like the best. Like, I mean, that hit you in the heart.
It's
and
so
I'm like,
confusing
none of
to
this
think
got
that,
picked up.
As you know, because we, nationwide we travel. And I say to everybody, we'll get the microphone, and I say, can everybody hear me? Because,
Yeah.
while I have a face for radio, I have a voice for a room.
Yep.
And very rarely do I use the microphone.
Same way.
So it's so funny that, and because I don't take into consideration, wait a minute, I got this cat over here with all this equipment who's trying to get this thing
Yeah.
done, and I never go, hey, you okay with this?
Yeah, I was doing an orientation. I was talking in front of about 300 people, and it was with a group of people, and they said, hey, here's your mic. I said, I don't need that. They said, no, you have to use it. I said, I'm gonna yell at people. I'm going to yell for 45 minutes. You make me use that mic, we're going to have problems. And I did, and people were like, that was really loud. I'm like, well, that was my normal voice.
That was the best part about training.
Right?
When they'd film the seminars and the boot camps and stuff, and they go, you don't have to mic, Bill. Like Tough Enough, the first Tough Enough, I broke like 16 packs and all this stuff because you're bumping and doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
Finally, I'm like, I'm okay without a mic.
That's
like, but you don't understand. We need to hear everything. I said, you're going to hear it. I said, but if you need it for TV, I get it. So they had to reconfigure every day. Like,
yeah,
Bill,
you'd be a nightmare.
What are your moves today? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
They'd be strapping from your ankle to your. Can we put it right? Can we tape it there? Can we put it behind your neck? You can do anything with your head, And you don't take into consideration everybody else who's trying to work behind the scenes to make it better.
Right.
You just go, I know my job.
Wow, you probably get so many people to go into like the fast food industry or something. They're like,
Listen,
this isn't worth it.
No, yeah, I think a lot of people. Well, I mean, because I know when I watched Tough Enough, you terrified me.
Yeah.
I just heard from Davey Boy Smith Jr.
I would hope Junior.
And
was he using a Ouija board or something?
it's always good to hear from the young cats and stuff. And he was talking about the things he's doing now and how he stays in shape and the guys that he's helping to train and stuff. And they talk about the old school, how we used to do it back then. So he starts naming off all my drills and stuff. He goes, I use this one, I use this one, I use this one.
That's
he goes, what was the other one? What was it? Could you give me the name? So it's so funny to think that people remember that stuff and it leaves and like anything else, it doesn't leave the impression you want at first.
It'll get there.
It's when they digest it.
Yeah.
When they realize what happened. And once you, lack of a better term, survive whatever you're trying to get through, especially when it comes to wrestling. And then they go, oh, that was it. Which didn't happen on what I watched in wrestling this week, so we won't get into that.
Oh, yeah. It's been a
No.
been a weird week.
Don't bring me down.
No.
Wrestling
I do got to talk about wrestling for just a moment.
Rocky Johnson?
Yeah, Rocky Johnson.
Love it.
Yeah.
We got to listen as fans. Got to pay our respect to Rocky Johnson.
Absolutely.
Passed away yesterday, the 15th. He was 75, I think.
Yeah,
75 years old.
yeah.
So on behalf of Magic the Wrestling family, send our condolences to the entire Johnson family. We're very sorry for your loss. The wrestling world is lost a great Hall of Famer and legend, and
It's three. There's in this year, 2020. Kendo Nagasaki was last week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which was another. I got to work. With both of these guys.
Wow.
So there's a lot of guys who. All you're going to hear now is from the old guys,
right?
Who have the stories of who never got to meet Kendo Nagasaki or get to work with him, and never mind being in Japan with him and being his thing. And same with with Rocky Johnson. So it's weird how it comes about, and these kids nowadays are going, who?
Right.
You go, oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, you realize now when we go talk to kids around the country.
Yeah.
None of them were born before the year 2000 now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they go, what the? I don't even understand what that means. So
yeah,
it's a good thing I'm hip.
Yeah. You're hip. You have a hip.
Good thing I'm still jiggy with it.
Well, folks, we appreciate your support of the Magic the Wrestling.
Thank you
podcast.
for
This
watching.
will be our last episode.
This is episode 1A.
Oh my God.
So we had Rocky Johnson. We had who was the other?
Kendo Nagasaki.
Yeah, who's the third one? We had somebody else just
three, right?
Just this week. La Barca.
Not the original
not
La Parka.
number 2.
Yeah.
So not the original La Parka. A little humor here. The Mexican La Parka.
Yeah, La Parka number 2.
Yeah, not the WCW La Parka.
The
It's
AAA
basically
La
what
Parka.
everybody was saying.
Right. Yeah.
Which,
Not the
to
charity.
people who worked with him, La Parka was the original La Parka.
Did he?
So this guy now works for AAA and took the La Parka name.
Right.
Because the other one didn't own it or whatever.
He's
the
still in
case is.
MLW.
So it's so funny. They go, not the original La Parka, the Mexican La Parka. And I'm one of the few guys who go, they're both Mexican. They're both Mexican La Parka. Except one hits you with a chair and hurts like hell.
Yeah. And struts.
Terrible.
I love that.
I used to love playing
He's
the
like
video
one of my
games.
all-time
Yeah.
favorites.
Terrible. All I'm going to see for the rest of my life is DDP coming off the top turnbuckle now.
Oh, can we DDP
That's it.
if
Moving
you're
on.
if you're watching DDP, huge fan. Anyway, moving on.
Great dive.
Great dive. DDP
At
yoga.
least they waited for him. Sorry, get too.
You know what that means when everybody takes a water break?
It means
And
this is the last episode of Magic.
well,
This is
we,
1B.
we just lost Paul and Kip as supporters.
I know. I love them so much. So, and I'm a big AEW fan. So I'm just
No,
goofing.
listen, I was watching it the other day. I some great stuff.
Dean Ambrose over there.
Who?
Moxley, but he is just a whole nother level now.
That four-way tag match. Adam Page and Kenny Omega.
Yeah, that was
it was good with the Young Bucks, and you had.
I'm not big on the Dark Order.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about that?
I'm going to say this one more time.
Bill does not want to talk wrestling this week.
If I kick you in the face and you don't go down, I'm running away as fast as I can. Yeah.
Can you put music to that audio, Vaun?
Why did he sing that? What compelled you? Yelled at me for singing "Let It Go."
If you're in a bar and you kick me in the face, are you going to stand there and go, what are you going to do about that?
No. So, other news.
That's my wrestling talk for this week.
In the wrestling world, there was a big return this was last week, right? But we didn't get a chance to talk about it. Okay, it was a big return last week. See what I did there?
No.
See what I did? The Big Show.
We already talked about that.
We did talk about it. Yeah. I don't think we talked about
But
it.
Brock Lesnar returned.
No.
No, we're not talking about Brock Lesnar.
And R-Truth.
No, so here's what I got right. This whole week, at WWE, they announced the fist fight. We do rules. We know rules for a week. It wasn't until Monday. They're like, oh, this is what's going to happen. It was really just a no DQ, no,
Why is everyone looking for rules for a fist fight?
It's a fist fight. Because we've never had it in a wrestling. How do you have a fist fight in a wrestling ring?
we
You
did.
don't, because if I stand there and punch you in the head and you do not go down, am I going to run away?
Yeah.
Here's the rules. Fist fight. You hit me as hard as you can, you SOB, because if you don't, I'm going to do it to you. Those are the rules. Did that happen?
Can you hit him?
Did it happen?
No.
No. It didn't happen.
I thought they were bringing back
That's
the
why we
Brawl
need
for All.
rules. Here's the rules.
If you hit me, you're about to see it live.
Ray Trailer, the big boss man, ran me over with a Harley Davidson.
Like on purpose or on accident?
Purpose. Wow. He didn't run next to me and go, I'm going to hit you. He hit me with the Harley Davidson. You know what the rules were?
Don't
You
die.
just got run
many
over by a
rules.
motorcycle, and you're not going to get up right away. You know how we know I got hit by a motorcycle? Because they wanted me to pay for the $20,000 damage to the bike.
Oh.
You know how else we knew? Because I couldn't breathe because of the tires, and that big bastard weighed so much, and when he rode over my chest, it hurted it. Here's the rules to a fist fight. Punch me as hard as you can, and somebody's going to win. Is that what happened?
No.
Moving on.
So, talking about things that maybe did not go your way, right? Bill, have you ever had any experiences at work where like something just all hell broke loose, something weird happened, or what it was supposed to happen didn't, or something just went crazy and you had to go on the fly?
Jeez, that's like half the.
It's like 90%
Yeah,
of
it's
your
like
career.
half of the careers. Nothing goes the way.
So let me give you an example, right? Let me tell you what happened to me this week at work, right? So I was at work, and I was outside doing some activities, and I was working outside, and all of a sudden somebody had sprayed pepper spray. Some idiot sprayed into a crowd, and the pepper spray traveled through the wind, and I got pepper sprayed inadvertently, and I had bad asthma, and that sent me an asthma attack. And I'm like, well, I tell my boss now, hey, I got pepper sprayed at work, because I got bad asthma. Now I'm out for the count for 2 days. Didn't anticipate that. Anything like that? Anything? I mean, not getting pepper sprayed, but anything like something like that ever happen to you, whether it was in a wrestling ring or in some other type of situation that you didn't anticipate?
Well, I got a good example that might have happened to
Well,
you.
we'd already talked about the Santa's fighting.
Not example with me, like a good maybe what if with Bill.
Right.
Like, have you ever been in a match, right, where you guys are going and, the guy gets, like, hurt for real in a shoot, and you're trying to still finish the match?
Yeah, I've been on the opposite side. Usually, a lot of times that was me towards the end of WCW. Wow, that dog's scary like a cat.
She loves the camera.
I had to think that's,
No, I'm messing.
that's so funny. It's like, if that would happen, I would have peed my pants.
I know, because I'm like, that cat doesn't bite. I don't know. Unless...
I was in a ring with Sandman.
Okay. Do you remember what year?
No.
Were you in Thailand?
We were actually, it was in Orlando, and we were on, it was a ladder match. Never talk about matches, really. Guys know what you do, that kind of thing, Anybody who says nobody talks before is a liar. Let's be safe. Do me a favor. If you're coming after me, let me be at the top of the ladder before you do anything. Whatever you want to do, let me be at the top. Gotcha. Nope. Halfway up. Comes through the ropes like a bat out of hell, or whatever the scenario was. Hits the ladder and sends me flying.
Wow.
Snapping over the top. Snap my leg, boom, I snap my knee. Couldn't get up, couldn't finish. The whole, the match goes up however it went on. Next day I'm getting operated on.
Wow.
They actually took me out. I actually got taken out in an ambulance that night. You can't forget that stuff.
Wow. So you couldn't finish it all?
No, I didn't even know what happened, the outcome of the match. I couldn't tell you nothing. All I knew is let me be at the top. Oh, I'm at the top of the ladder. I know what I can do, how to control myself, wherever you want to put me. Knock it over, and I'll go 15 rows out, whatever it is. Nope, it just hit the ladder, and the ladder went the wrong way.
Wow.
Same thing, the Junkyard Battle Royal. If you remember back in WCW, where the whole thing was blown up, lit on fire.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That didn't go the way it was supposed to go. It was supposed to be like candy glass. And some breakaway bumpers, and the metal was supposed to be breakaway, and we had this big, elaborate guys who were coming in there and kind of set up the junkyard a little bit.
You felt like a movie set almost.
For it's safer for us, No, we were going through windshields and rear windshields and metal. And
when did you realize, like, hey,
the bleeding was when everybody was bleeding. And,
when they were dying.
When everybody was getting stitched up at the end, and you were going through, and you had gashes and stuff, and I came off of like four cars high and hit the moonsault onto the bottom car of the next row, and it's supposed to be like a breakaway thing, and the only thing that broke away was the poor bastard I landed on. And it was so funny, but at the time, who cares?
Right.
Yeah.
You're in the heat of the moment. Afterwards, you go, dirty
How did you feel about that match? Like, before going
Angry.
into it, were you excited?
Oh, yeah. When that thing blew, you were hiding for your life from the fire. There was only one way out.
Oh, wow.
For shoot, there was only one way out. They had that thing rigged where the whole damn thing was on fire.
Wow.
And you want to talk about guys quivering in a corner, waiting for the flames to go away.
I can only imagine.
Run! I think Finley won the whole thing, and
Yeah.
he had to hop over the thing, and he was the safest one.
Wow.
When that thing blew, and at the end, you're getting stitched up, or I know the next day they were trying to get guys who were out, because you go back to TV,
Yeah.
Right.
and guys couldn't do it, and guys who were like stitched up or banged them too sore, and come on, boys, let's play. But you were
Where was that? Like, was it? I mean,
that was in Fort Lauderdale.
Was it close to like a arena?
No, we were bussed. We were like 45 minutes away from the arena.
Wow.
So while the show was going on, we were in a bus.
Where was the show?
The show was in Fort Lauderdale.
Bank Atlantic Center? Or?
Could be.
Right.
And we were at
He wasn't there.
We were at some junkyard.
Yeah, that's true. Well,
Wow.
We were at a and that was the first time I looked at Dusty Rhodes and told me he was a crazy bastard.
so he was in Thailand, is what it was.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's where we were in Thailand. I'm going to bring that damn
Passport.
Passport.
What about you? Have you ever had anything crazy going on?
Like work-wise?
Yeah, I think like just weird happened. You ever got pepper sprayed while
He
filming a
just
movie?
pulled glass out of his head today.
I did.
Yeah, but you haven't even told the viewers about pulling glass.
Yeah, that's why I love the Carrying Demott Foundation so much, because I got hit by a drunk driver when I was in the first grade, and as you see, it's like really red here because I'm still to this day at 30 years old pulling glass out of my head from that incident.
I thought it was pulling hair out of your head.
You're only 30?
I'll be 31 next month.
You carry yourself
Happy
so much older.
birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for the birthday.
Yeah, when's your birthday?
The 18th.
18th
Of what?
So we're gonna have a little party.
Of January?
February.
We're
Oh, that's next month?
this next one.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't care about that.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
I
20.
thought it was coming up.
Yeah. Well,
No, I did have a workplace
Multiply.
mishap where I got fired once. It was the only time I ever got fired.
That's not
from
a
job.
mishap.
you got fired. Like, how does that mishap? You're fired.
They got it wrong. They fired me.
Yeah.
I've had that
Their
happen,
loss.
too.
Well,
How many times?
actually, it was the dumbest
Just
thing.
one that I can think of.
I was like 23 or so, but like you said, I carried myself older, so they thought I was older. And I really liked the show. Have you ever seen the show Trailer Park Boys?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. It's not even easy to explain, but it's the most simple show. It's based in Canada. It's based out of a trailer park, and
That's why I don't know.
3 people
Yeah.
try to like sell weed and scam and stuff like that. It's interesting.
Don't ask questions.
Don't ask questions. So I see in our paper that they were hiring for a trailer park supervisor, right? And I'm thinking Mr. Leahy, you know? So I go and they're asking me all these technical, not technical questions, but like, can you build porches and ramps, and can you do plumbing? Can you do all this maintenance stuff? And I was like, yeah, I could do all that. Well, I can't really do much more than the plumbing stuff. So, but I talked to one of the other maintenance guys, and he's like, yeah, you just like send people out to do all this. And I'm like, oh, cool. This will be awesome. I don't really have to do anything. Just drive around and pick up garbage. Well, when my first day, they asked me to build a handicap ramp up into a trailer. Mm-hmm. And I never got to because I didn't know how to do it. And I couldn't get the other maintenance guys to do it. So then they called me out, and they're like, you've been here for 2 weeks. What did you do besides, ride around and pick up garbage? And I said, that's kind of all I did. And I got fired. That was
How was that a mess? How was that like something weird happening? He got fired because he didn't do his job.
Well, it's weird that I took a job that I wasn't even equipped to do.
Do you ever feel like they look at me and talk to me like I'm dumb?
Hashtag 210s.
I have spent the better part of my life on some kind of medicine. And
Probably
now
blood
that
pressure after tonight.
that I'm sober and clean, I really question a lot of my decisions.
But in like a good way, right?
That you just went. This is episode 11.
It's 1A.
It's
1A, and you just went completely backwards. You were doing so good,
I know.
and then you just told the second worst story I've ever heard in my life. Want to know the first one? Fat Jesus.
Wow.
So in the same episode, and now that we're filming this thing,
This is what happens
you
when
just told the 2 worst stories. Jimmy here got pepper spray. He's got asthma. He's near death. He's got to tell his boss, sorry, I can't do my job. I'm going to die. I tell you stuff that happened, and you come across with Fat Jesus, and you want to work with a bunch of stoners, and you can't build a handicapped guy a ramp because you're too busy taking out the garbage. And when you're not doing that, you got glass coming out of your head from 30 years ago because it's your birthday next month.
I mean, that's
And
the
this
gist
is
of the
what
episode.
we plan on talking about all week.
No,
My
we didn't,
face
because we didn't
hurts.
know you were going to be here.
Face hurts.
What the hell was the conversation going to be if I was not here?
It would have been this, but we would have had this part.
We would have had Witch here.
You know what Witch would have been doing? You'd have been on his phone going, Audio Vaun,
There would have been a lot of obscenities, though, if he was
you
here.
fill in for me when I'm not here.
Well,
That'll never
That
happen.
was the exact. That was so bad.
now where does that rank with the Santa Claus?
Santa Claus was
That
good,
kicks
though.
the Santa Claus story right off the chart. Fat Jesus and Garbage Boy are the absolute winners right now.
That could be if you
Tune
ever
in
get,
next week,
if you ever get
everybody.
back in the ring. We can use one of those as your ring name.
Oh my God! You know what I'm going to be this week? Fat Jesus. But guess who I'm coming back as next week?
Duke the Dumpster Josie.
Garbage Boy. I'm going to join the Dark Order.
Hold on.
It's a fist fight. Oh, my gosh.
But you gotta
I don't
sing
even know
this
what just
song.
happened.
Oh my God, my face hurts. So, I see you got a list of topics there. What else?
Well,
you got?
On
I do
that
have a
list of
question.
topics, was these stories on there?
No.
Tell the truth.
No.
Then how did you go there? What is
don't
that
know.
list for?
You know what I think we need? We need bullet points for Maury. We need bullet points.
What is,
It's
wait a
actually-
minute. What is that list for? If those stories weren't on there, what is on that list that I do want to hear about?
Well, I wanted to talk about my hatred right now for The Sopranos, but that'll be another episode.
Whoa, we're never talking about that.
I love the show, but
you
they're
just said-
dropping the ball.
The show's been over for a long time, pal.
They've dropped the ball on several places. I was never allowed to watch it growing up, right? So now I'm watching it at the age of 30.
That was family
an
night.
Italian.
That was family night at the Imperato household. We would gather around Sunday nights, 8 o'clock. We'd have.
The Bada Bing's my bar.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, hey, yo.
That's my bar. I was there before they were there.
Are you serious? Is it a real bar?
Yes.
'Cause you're
I
from
worked there
Jersey,
my
so-
whole
Wow.
childhood.
Really?
How did
That's
they drop
amazing.
the ball?
Several stories they dropped the ball. Several subplots they dropped the ball.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Because you're being very serious right now.
I'm very
This
hot
show's
about
been
this.
over for how many years now?
2012. I
Okay.
think.
That's 7 years.
But I'm watching it as a newbie. Like it's the premiere for me
And how do you feel they're dropping the ball?
because they keep blowing stories.
If anyone wants to take bets on who's going to win this argument,
What do you mean blowing stories?
Okay, I'm gonna give you one good
Okay.
example. Okay.
You tell me
ready?
Frankie Valli wasn't in the mob. Oh, you're not even there yet. Okay.
No.
moving on.
Wow, he's ruining everything. Okay, I think it was what season 2. What's
It can't be a spoiler. It's been over for 8 years.
Hold on. I got this.
Thank
Ready?
you.
Don't stop. Anyway, moving on.
son of
what,
a-
what else is on that list?
Well, don't you want to hear my subplot?
I do want to hear the subplot.
Remember,
now.
Richie gets out of jail.
Yes.
Okay, so he starts dating Tony Soprano's
Yes.
sister, and I'm all excited because there's this friction. This guy named Richie. If you haven't seen the show, it's about a bunch of Italians.
Oh, wait.
What do you mean, you people?
You know, the people watching.
Oh.
Yeah. And anybody else who's not Italian because it's about Italians.
Okay.
So he starts this uprise, right? He's going against what Tony wants, what everybody wants. And then do you know how he died? And I'm thinking it's going to be like a big blowout between the two. I'm ready. Season finale. These guys are going to go hardcore at it. You know what happens?
What happens?
The sister kills him because he slapped her in the face because she didn't cook him dinner or something.
And how's that blowing a story?
Because it was this epic buildup of Tony and this guy, and then she misses dinner and shoots him.
Is he dead?
It's Tony's
He
sister.
died.
That's the plot.
No, but Tony
The
should have
least
been the one who
person
killed him.
plot. Why?
Because that's what it was building to.
It was a false finish.
It was. Well, he was finished for real, but it was a.
But then she became a little endearing to Tony after that when they're on the outs, right?
But then he sent her to Seattle instantly.
Right.
And then she didn't come back for like a whole nother season.
Right.
So it was a way to get her off the story.
And how is that not reality?
Because it was building towards Tony and Richie to go after each other.
You're telling me in your Italian family, no one has gone away for a little while because they thought they could use a change of pace? I'm telling you, in my Italian-Irish family, many people have gone away
Yes.
for a change of pace. Some have been invited back. Some have yet to be seen again.
Correct.
So
Some moved to Florida.
I have a question. So is this before you were wrestling? You were a bouncer there?
Yes.
That's awesome.
And when I was, in the beginnings when I was wrestling.
How many jobs did you have before?
Jeez, Lou, I was
outside of
bouncing
wrestling?
everywhere. I was bouncing. When I started going like 9 days a week to Johnny Rod's, that's what I was doing was bouncing. Because I'd go work out until he'd shut the gym and then go and work all through the night.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think
40
Jimmy's
hours a day,
confused.
9 days a week, man.
The Beatles only had 8. I don't know how you have 9.
Yeah. And there's only 2 of them left. Oh, there's only 1 of them left.
No, there's 2. Ringo hasn't died. Paul's still alive.
Have you heard his last album? Ringo's dead.
Hashtag Ringo's dead.
So you know what's coming up in a couple of weeks?
Said Epstein's mother. Too soon?
No.
Audio lost that too soon?
No, it was great.
I still don't understand what that means.
No, you know what's coming up in a couple of weeks? Talking about music and talking about dead.
Are we letting the Sopranos things go now?
Yeah, we're done.
We'll revisit it.
All right, we'll keep talking about
Because
it.
I'm only in season like 3.
Oh my god!
I'm only in season 3.
Sons of Anarchy.
We watched that.
Did you see the whole thing?
Yeah, the whole thing. But we were even late on
best.
that. Yeah,
best.
I really actually enjoyed that. I don't have like a biker mentality at all, so I didn't think I was gonna dig it. That was a good show.
How about? Okay, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
What
else
are
you
you
got?
watching? What are you guys watching now?
I'm a big the spinoff from Sons of Anarchy,
Mayans.
the Mayans. I'm a big Mayans guy.
I am a comedy guy. So for me, I'll tell you what's on.
You're very serious for a guy who's always watching funny stuff.
Everybody Loves Raymond
Love.
and The King of Queens.
Love.
Those are
Of course, you guys like because you went to see Kevin James.
Those are.
So he talks about Planet Fitness, right? Remember
Right,
he said the
yes,
hissing?
yes.
How about that's part of their commercial now?
Yeah.
When they're riding the bikes, everybody turn around and hiss. They go,
Yeah.
and I laugh every time.
Oh, that's great. Oh yeah, yeah. No, I
They say
love.
they bully you at Planet Fitness.
Yeah.
They have a horn that you
Yeah.
ring the bell when people are
Lug.
being
Clank or Crank
Yeah.
or Crunk.
Yeah.
Or,
What a bunch of.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I love those shows. Everybody, I die laughing. I've seen every episode probably 10 times.
what about Seinfeld?
Oh, come
I
on.
love Seinfeld.
Love it. Lacey
Come
thinks
on.
it's the worst show ever made.
Well, Lacey is
Really?
wrong, so
Yeah, well,
she has to
I-
accept that.
I love Lacey, but that's one I'll
She's
disagree.
wrong. She's
Yeah,
totally
she's wrong. About
Now,
that.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
All in the Family.
Dancing.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Archie
The original
Bunker.
Odd Couple. Anybody ever seen
Oh,
the original?
yes.
I was watching it. It's
You
on
might be
Hulu.
too young for that.
No. I would watch on Nick at Night.
Okay.
I was
yep.
watching it the other night
Yep.
on Hulu. It's
Yep.
actually on Hulu.
The
Yep.
original Odd Couple.
Oh yeah. What,
Taxi.
Taxi. But real quick, our Odd Couple was it? It was
Oscar and Felix.
Oscar and Felix.
Felix,
That's
yep.
right. That's right. Get Smart.
Get Smart.
I loved Get
Green Acres.
Smart. Is the place to be. Farm
got it,
living
I
is
got
a
it.
life for me.
The Munsters.
Petticoat Junction.
Wow.
Hot Daughters. Grandma. Uncle Albert, what do we do? Who cares? Just wear the shorts.
Andy Griffith.
And he goes, best show.
Cosby Show.
Okay, we're done. Check your drink real quick. Anyway.
What'd you put in this, son?
Not enough. The Cosby Show.
Show you went there. So what is on your great list of?
Yeah, let's get back because we're gonna revisit The Sopranos, so I make it make sense.
Don't read them all because some of these are really
yeah,
good.
yeah. We did that one.
Tommy Dreamer's daughters. He has twin girls, right?
I don't
They're
know.
on the phone. I'm in the middle of a show and they're on the phone. Tommy
We're trying to
Dreamer
get our
has
next-
twin daughters.
Okay.
When they were babies, Tommy Dreamer's daughter was the sister's daughter on Soprano, the baby.
Oh, really?
Oh, well, you're not there yet. So she has a baby. It's
Tommy-
Dreamer's.
There's a baby in the beginning in the first season too.
No, it's different.
Okay.
When the sister has a baby.
Okay.
With I'm gonna ruin it for you, so I'm not gonna. With Bobby.
Okay.
It's
definitely not there.
It's Dreamer's daughter.
Wow.
So he has twins. So both girls. So I could get this wrong. It's not really something to talk about. But he said that the place was the brand was so great that the kids got paid retroactive from the first series. So when you were part of that series, you got paid from the beginning of it. Whether you joined in the fourth season or what, you started from day one.
Really?
Yeah. I remember when he got that. It was a huge break.
That's awesome.
His girls were part of The Sopranos.
And you just talked to Tommy Dreamer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You stay in touch with all those guys.
Yeah.
It's so funny. 'cause
Tommy, you ever want to call us? Call us.
He's a hard guy to get in touch with.
I talk to people all the time, and I like. We'll talk about the show, and I was like, "Oh, is Bill still like? Does he still talk to any other wrestlers?" I'm like, "It's a community. It's like a brotherhood. Like there are guys. That,
Yeah.
of course, it's their work, but then there are guys that you're always gonna have some connection to."
Yeah. Bull James' birthday today. First thing in the morning. What do you do? Happy birthday, brother.
And Kofi, so you talk to him.
Kobe, I talk to. There's not many I don't talk to, or there's not many I wouldn't talk to.
I'll talk
I don't
to
think
anybody.
I don't think that anybody
Call.
who ever reached out to me would ever get a no reply or a no call. Because some guys you just miss talking to, and then all of a sudden you just catch up.
Yeah.
It was pretty, and I think I was fortunate enough, barring a lot of internet gaga. I had a great relationships with everybody. So when you see people, you just go, hey, man, what's going on?
Still think a great relationship with a lot of people.
Yeah, so it's cool. You know, it's always cool when you go, and everybody goes, no, it's just Tommy.
Yeah.
Who's still doing great. He's Busted Open Radio.
Hey, listen, Dave LaGreca, you want to call? Call us. We'd love to talk to you. The Magic Through Wrestling podcast. We'd love to.
Ooh.
Yeah, right? Listen, you want to call out Bill Demott?
You don't call me. We have an understanding.
Yeah, I'm calling you out. Call us at the Magic Through Wrestling podcast, and we will chat. Yeah, we'll chat. What
else is on the list? No story.
So I got something real quick. So we kind of going back to what we, music and death. We talked about Ringo just a minute ago. And you know what else is coming up here soon? February 3rd. You know what February 3rd is?
February 3rd.
Yep. Any idea what it is?
It's the day after February 2nd.
That's correct. But what is it known as? Any idea?
Malagueña.
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
The day the music died.
Yeah, you're right.
I am not watching La Bamba. I don't care.
It's on Netflix now.
It is. I was going to message you last night.
The movie?
Yeah.
I've never seen the movie.
What?
Oh, come on, dude. Why are you so far behind on stuff? You're a movie director.
That's because I wait.
And you haven't seen La Bamba.
I let it
La
build
Bamba
up.
is 30 years old. It came out in 1987.
Yeah,
You're trashing The Sopranos. They've been over 8 years, and I ain't going La Bamba. Never seen it. Lou Diamond Phillips was actually a good-looking kid then, so you know that's 30 freaking years ago.
Well, how does he look now?
He looks like an old, washed-up Mexicali.
And he's not Mexicali.
And he's not. He can play a cop anywhere.
Yeah, he can. He can play a great cop.
Don't ever sneak up on me like that again.
So we're gonna do a watch along with Maury and Bill watching La Bamba.
That would be fun. That'll be on our Patreon.
So you know what's funny though? I talk about this because I saw a meme the other day, and they were
meme.
A meme. It's like a picture, but people put funny
I know.
words.
I'm learning these things.
Okay, got it. So what happened was somebody was on a flight on American Airlines, and they had the in-flight movie was La Bamba, and it said, "Hey, American Airlines, thanks for great selections. Please let's not show a movie that gave us all irrational fears of flying at 8 years old."
Yeah, why would you play that?
Yeah, a movie about somebody dying in a plane crash.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you? It's entertainment.
Great movie.
How likely is that to ever happen?
I watched it on a plane. I flew like 4 times in my entire life. I watched it on a plane. I did.
You know, I watched.
My dad looked at me. He's like, "You're watching a movie about a plane crash on a plane?" I said, "Yeah."
You know, and my wife could attest to this. I have one movie. It's like, I don't know if it's like a nervous thing, but I have to watch one movie.
Home Alone, 25 days in a row. We know we talked about it.
Yeah, I watched that, but every flight, even if like we're there for like a day and then we fly back.
Now I'm gonna let you finish, but I'm gonna tell you right now. So help me God, if this is a stupid movie, I'm gonna lose my mind.
You might not like it. 10 Cloverfield Lane.
What the?
I don't know why. Right? It's got
Where's
John
your wife?
Goodman in it.
What is wrong with you?
Yet he doesn't know
John Goodman in
Spaceballs.
it.
So does Roseanne. Watch that.
She got fired.
30 years after the show was made.
What did I?
Bill, yeah.
That was 30 minutes after he was made.
Oh
my
man.
gosh.
So yeah, Jordan.
Is that where the bomb shelter?
Yeah. I have to watch it on every plane ride.
Why?
Because I'm still nervous of flying. I've only flown like 8 times.
Let me ask you something. You got a bomb shelter?
No.
Do you have things stored up in case there's an emergency?
No, but I think about that a lot.
Apparently not enough because the film doesn't resonate with you.
John Goodman does, and I don't have him here.
John Goodman is rich and famous thinking this dummy keeps watching my movie.
He gets 32 cents every time we play
He
it.
does. He gets like a couple of dings in a row. He's like, well, this guy's on a plane today.
Audio Vaun, I was on Family Feud in WCW, and we were playing against the Playboy
Oh, we got to
Playmates.
talk about that Family Feud.
And we're playing against the Playboy Playmates. So I get into the bonus round. And we had been up for 5 days. We flew from New Orleans to L.A.
Set the bar. Who else in this? I didn't see this.
Oh, all the
But I'm gonna be
Playmates of the
looking for
year
it.
in the 90s.
Well, I meant wrestlers, but
Oh, wrestlers? It was...
Okay, hold on. So wait a minute. Let's talk. So Family Feud, wrestlers with Playmates. We're like, who's in it? And you're like, oh, the Playmates. Moore's like, I want to know about the guys in spandex.
Which goes back to the fat Jesus and the other thing.
Exactly.
He's not listening to the conversation.
No.
I was listening.
Really? Oh, I was there with the Playmates. What wrestlers were you with?
I'm not going to know 80s Playmates as opposed to...
This is the problem, Junior. I knew all the Playmates, and I worked with those guys. I still don't know their names.
I was born in 89.
Anyway, speaking of family
I
food.
forgot where we were going.
Speaking of family food, did you see the viral video clip that's on Family Feud right now?
Which one?
Okay, so there's this girl. I think it's out of Canada, Family Feud Canada, okay? And they said it was
chicken?
It was for whatever the grand prize was, $10,000, $20,000, whatever it was. And they said, I'm going to ask you, Bill. Survey says, what was Popeye's favorite food?
Olive oil.
Wow. That's
good. That's good. But at least you got to Popeye, right? She said chicken sandwich.
Popeye's chicken.
She was saying Popeye's chicken.
How many answers did they get?
0. They lost $20,000.
you know what? Like-
But get this. Popeye's chicken gave her $10,000 in Popeye's.
The guy, he asked a question. Finish this phrase. Pork. And the guy goes, cupine. Steve Harvey goes, what did you just say? The guy says, cupine. Steve Harvey starts rolling. He goes, look, pork cupine. It's a 5-minute bit.
And I thought my jokes were bad.
Oh, so anyway, I'm on the bonus round.
With whom?
Louis Anderson.
What wrestler?
Brian Knobs. Jimmy Hart, Scotty Riggs, Jim Duggan, Brian Knobs,
Oh,
myself.
okay. Yeah, I think I've seen like a
Yeah, I've
So
seen this.
the question, state with 2 names. New Orleans.
Okay, good one. That's a city.
I'm like, wait a minute. That's Louisiana.
You know what happens? And let me paint the picture.
I can't count to
I'm in
B, okay?
I'm in Zubaz.
Where's that?
Zubaz pants.
Oh, pants.
Like the old warriors used to wear the big gym pants.
Yeah.
I got my fanny pack. I got my white tight shirt on. My hair is done like Coolio. And I got my beard.
Get it braided?
Name a state. New Orleans. And all you hear is from 4 goons. Dumbass, stupid, idiot. And all you hear from the 5 girls. That's so funny. Live TV.
Live TV. Live podcasting. This is what it's
Yeah,
like.
we kind of do that every week.
We do this every week. And it looks
Listen,
like we're about
no, this is the first week we've done this, and we may have lost everybody who started following us.
I think we're good. I think we got people.
I think I personally rebounded everything from
You personally better rebound from this episode.
You need to.
This time's I don't know if you're going to be on the show.
You went from fat Jesus to not being able to build a handicap ramp
while having weed in a trailer park.
while driving around a cart and wanting to be a weed director.
with glass in the head.
With glass coming out of your head 30 years later and bashing a show that's won more awards than General Patton and has been over for 8 years, and you want to rebound from this? Do you hear that noise? That was from the heavens.
That was, I think, our producer telling us we were out of time this week.
Jeez, Lou.
So,
Bill, will you be back next week?
Jesus. I'm a wigwam. I'm a TP. I'm a wigwam. I'm a TP.
hashtag
2 tenths.
Well, thank you for joining us on our first video recorded episode of the Magic Through Wrestling podcast. We cannot wait to see you next week, next Friday. 9 o'clock audio, Vaun? Is it 9 o'clock? 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. next Friday. Tune in.
Like my grandfather used to say, if I don't see you later, so what?
Well,
I think he meant that too.
on that note, if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you.
2 tenths.